Hi, I'm Dallas Disability Attorney Stan Denman. In order to get Social Security disability benefits, you need a medical diagnosis and you need treatment from medical doctors. So your doctors are very important to your disability case. Doctor support in your disability case can be very helpful. But a lot of people are confused about how to get that support and just what that support might mean. We'll talk today about your disability case and your doctors and how to get their support in this edition of Disability Matters. Doctor support in your Social Security disability case is helpful, but it's not required. People win their disability case all the time, even though they don't have doctor support. And unfortunately, sometimes people lose their disability case, even though their doctor's on board. You should, however, make it a goal to get your doctor's support. But we should make sure we understand what that support means. For example, letters from a doctor saying, "My patient is fully and totally disabled," are little help. That is because the Social Security disability regulations provide that the decision on whether you are disabled or not is reserved to Social Security, not to your doctor. Your doctor's opinion is important with regard to your ability to function in a workplace environment, not necessarily whether you are disabled under the Social Security Act. So your goal is to get your doctor's opinion of your ability to function in a work setting. Now, I've got some bad news for you. In all likelihood, your doctor doesn't want to get involved. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, I'm telling you that your good doctor probably doesn't want to get involved in your disability case. I'm not telling you that to discourage you. We're going to plow through it and get her evaluation anyway. This video is running a little long. I could exclude a conversation about why is your doctor reluctant, except for the fact that I want you to have a good attitude towards her in your discussion about your disability. That is, it's very easy to be irritated, if not angry, with your doctor when you begin to see that they're not enthusiastic about the disability claim. After all, they're your doctor. They haven't obviously healed you and gotten you back to work. You're filing for disability. It seems like the least they could do is help you in your disability case. I remember when I was a boy being in a situation where somebody had offended me deeply, and I was talking with it about with my family, with my parents, and making statements like, he just hates me, he doesn't like me, he's just trying to hurt me. And one of my parents pointed out that I really didn't know the motivation of this person. And maybe the best thing to do is to assume their motivation was the most positive and not the most negative. That kind of stuck with me because I think that's a good rule for living. When we don't know what is motivating people, let's not assume the worst about them. I'd like for you to do that with your doctor. Your doctor's reluctant, not enthusiastic. Assume the best. Assume that perhaps she is under the wrong impression that the medical records are going to be sufficient for your disability case. Maybe she thinks it doesn't matter what she says, it's not going to help with the government. Maybe she's reluctant because she believes that Social Security disability would harm your rehab and your potential return to work in the future. Anyway, good attitude towards her is what you need. Okay, I've been doing a lot of talking, and we haven't even gotten to the point where we've brought up disability with your doctor. But it's kind of like asking a girl for a date. A lot of preparation, thinking about where you're going to go, thinking about your approach, thinking about how you talk to her. But the moment is probably going to come in your appointment with the doctor. Now, what's very important is to understand your goal is really a meeting with your doctor. You're wanting your doctor to agree to a meeting. It is like a date, right? You want a time with her. You don't just want this conversation as she's walking out the door, reaching for the doorknob, ending an appointment. So if you have to, for example, offer to pay her for that meeting, it is probably well worth it. try to follow a careful script. Think about what you're going to say. Something along the lines of this. Doctor, I have filed for Social Security disability because I think I can't work any longer. But I really need your opinion and your input about my condition and about whether or not I can work. Can I set an appointment with you to do that? Okay, the big day's arrived. It's the meeting that you're holding with your medical doctor to discuss your disability, to discuss your ability to work. As we talked about, your ultimate goal is to secure her commitment to complete a medical source statement. That's still kind of in the back of your mind because this is an opportunity to have a frank discussion with your doctor. Start the meeting by talking about the problems that you are having and the reasons you have filed a claim for Social Security disability. Ask her for her opinion of your ability to work and your ability to return to what you used to do or to do anything else. It's very important that you are asking her opinion, that you are giving her the opportunity to say, no, I don't think that you're disabled. If you reach agreement with your doctor, she agrees with you that you are disabled and unable to work, then obviously this is the time to ask her to complete the medical source statement for you to support your claim. This is a point where a lot of people encounter what they would say in sales are objections. You know, when you get the phone call trying to sell you something and you say, well, my wife handles that, call back. We all have our set of objections when we're trying to get out of sales, and unfortunately doctors do too. These answers can range from, well, I'm not a disability doctor, you need a specific kind of doctor for that, or our office just doesn't do that kind of paperwork. These objections are hard to argue with because it's her office. If she doesn't want to do disability paperwork, who are you to tell her otherwise? Gee, I'd like to help you, but this is likely the pattern that you're going to see from your treating doctor if she's giving you objections as to why she can't complete a medical source statement for you in your disability case. Realize that her answer has probably been honed for many years. You're not the first patient, probably, to request help in a disability case. And this objection has probably been effective for her as far as shutting the conversation down about disability support. It's very tempting to argue the merits with the doctor about her objections. Do not do that. Persuasion is not about winning arguments. It's about engaging the emotions. You need to cast yourself in your doctor's eyes as the poor waif, as the damsel in distress that needs to be rescued, and only she, your doctor, can rescue you. Now, I know that may sound a little demeaning, but you need to engage her emotions, her natural protectiveness of you as your doctor. This is basically the best answer that you can give your doctor to any of her objections to helping you in your disability case. Doctor, I have filed for Social Security disability, as you know, and I have been denied because of the opinion of a government doctor who has never treated me and who has never seen me. Without your help as my treating doctor, I will never get Social Security disability. Now, she may try to argue that. Don't argue it with her. Return to that. That is your understanding that when there is the opinion of another doctor and it's against you, that you need the opinion of your treating doctor to help you, which is basically a truth. Well, I hope this has been helpful. If you like the content, please subscribe. Please click the subscribe button below because we will be churning out some additional content. Please also Note that we do have a Facebook group, and this topic about doctor assistants will be one that we cover in the Facebook live segment in a number of weeks. So please click on the link and join our Facebook group. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for listening to this edition of Disability Matters. I hope the information has been helpful to you. Please realize that just because we've connected over YouTube doesn't mean we have an attorney-client relationship. Please consult with a qualified Social Security disability attorney in your area about your specific situation. If you like what you've heard and you want more content like this, please click the subscribe button below. Thank you.